Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali. This is Muhammad Ali. Young man rumble. That's the mantra. Then here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali, but
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
Introducing in this corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 16 wins coming.
one of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Missing with that right hook. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
There's a counter shot. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Hooked, misses. Has to be down goes Larry Holmes. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at her. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Holmes in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw. There's the bell for round 2. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These 2 boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? How about that time counter shot? You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Jab not finding its target. Beautiful counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. Swing and a miss with that hook. Catch and shoot. All three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
Take a round off and win the round.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Shot. And he scores with the counter. These punches coming from every angle. Nice counter shot. They miss with the jab. Punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Can't find a home with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
Get focused, get your mind back on the job.
There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The jab doesn't quite connect. Nice counter. Nice punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Well done. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables.
Come on.
There's the bell to start round 5. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. And we continue.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Good, look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Punch, counter punch. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. A perfect counter lands. They both want a knockout, you can tell. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. This fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here or this fight is going to be over.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
Way better than that guy. You've let him back into the fight.
Nice round, good round.
And there's the bell to start round 6. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That counter punch caught him clean. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice exchange here from both men. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't win.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here comes round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. these fighters. Can't land that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Which fighter will say no mas? A perfect counter shot. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
He will win this round.
There's the bell to start round 8. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Counter shot lands. Nice counter punch. Jab slightly off target. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middle. Hold that thought! The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's a who would have... Oh, no! Ali is down! Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?